Guten Tag. On Mind, Body and Soul, the jury's in on juicing. How to get your health crystal clear. And yoga poses for searing sciatica. But first, a mesmerizing way to kick a habit. Andrea is suffering from a problem that millions of people all over the planet are finding it hard to deal with. She can't quit smoking. With a little boy at home and mounting pressure from family and friends who are worried about her health, she has decided it's time to tackle the addiction. Perhaps hypnotherapist Dr. Bruce Alexander will be able to help her kick the habit. Bruce makes it perfectly clear to Andrea that she must want to give up smoking for herself more than anything. If she's doing it for others, hypnosis may not be worth her while. Bruce takes a different tack to a lot of other hypnotherapists. He doesn't believe in aversion therapy, as he puts it. Positive suggestion is a more effective means of changing people's behaviour. Smoking, according to Bruce, is an effective form of stress management to Andrea, and if he took it away from her without giving her some other form of stress management technique to replace it with, she may not be able to handle her everyday work and home life pressures as effectively as she does now. Smoking affords Andrea a few moments' peace outdoors and focused deep breathing, all of which would be beneficial minus the 5,000 unwanted chemicals inhaled on every breath. Andrea is a beauty consultant and trains models in deportment. Both doctor and patient decide drinking more water would be a beneficial stress management technique to take the place of her smoking habit. Andrea stands in front of a pattern called a hypnotic spiral. Bruce asks her to keep her body rigid as he rocks her back and forward. The pattern morphs before Andrea's very eyes into curved lines and beautiful colours. Sitting down, relaxed in a comfortable chair now, Andrea listens as Bruce plays special music in the background to help her achieve an alpha wave pattern in her brain. Andrea is entering an altered state of consciousness, a more deeply relaxed state wherein she'll be able to focus more completely on the issues at hand. Many people find the prospect of hypnosis a little scary. The thought of relinquishing your will to another person determines a huge amount of trust. But people enter altered states of consciousness every day. When you daydream at your work desk, when you sit down to meditate, even when you drive home from work but can't remember the actual journey. This is a form of self-hypnosis. People pay millions of dollars to Hollywood to be hypnotized at the cinema every weekend. Ever lost your sense of self and actually felt like part of the movie? These are all forms of self-hypnosis. Notice you can regain control and snap out of your altered state in any one of these situations. The same is true for clinical hypnotherapy. You remain in control. Bruce leads Andrea through a guided relaxation. In order to enhance her new mind state, he uses dissociative language. As he asks her to relax each part of her body, he uses the impersonal label "thee" instead of "your." He suggests to Andrea to feel a numbing anesthetic sensation spreading from the knee up through the body. Andrea notices those legs getting heavy. The tone and pace of Bruce's voice is relaxed, and he leads Andrea into a guided visualization. Deep down a set of stairs into a room with a blazing fire, Andrea notices a pile of bills on a desk stamped "paid." She has paid the cost to her health, her finances, and her role model status to her son through smoking. Bruce encourages Andrea to screw up the bills and throw them in the fire. Andrea emerges from her altered state of consciousness feeling deeply relaxed. She is to continue her work at home by listening to the relaxing music and a guided meditation on CD, and she is to make sure she rids her house of all smoking-associated paraphernalia. Bruce will see her in a week's time to repeat the procedure and see how she's faring. But one thing is for sure, it's out with the old and in with the new for Andrea. Everyone needs a pick-me-up now and again, but instead of reaching for the coffee grinder, loads of people are queuing for juice. Fresh juice squeezed from a mix of fruits and veggies is a great way to supplement your diet. Especially now that moves are being made by international regulatory bodies to make sure store-bought vitamins and supplements will be weak in strength. Who needs pills when there's no limit to the amount of nutrients you can digest the natural way? Perhaps the Juicer's Bible is a book called Raw Juices Can Save Your Life, written by Dr. Sandra Cabot. This MD claims that juices can save your life by turning around severe diseases. Dr. Cabot says that juices are easily digested and the nutrients well absorbed by the body. In fact, 99% of the juice's nutrients make it to your cells. Juices are great for people with digestive problems, poor appetite and nausea, or those suffering from inflamed stomach and intestines. People with cancer can benefit from the healing power of juices as a complementary therapy to their other medication. Herbal powders and supplements are more easily absorbed by the body when mixed with juice. The great thing about fresh juices made from raw veggies and fruit is that they still contain large quantities of living enzymes by the time you get to drink them. Bottled juices sitting on the supermarket shelf have been heat treated and are so old that the enzymes would have expired by the time they hit your glass. Your liver and pancreas don't have to work so hard when you drink fresh juices. This means more vital energy left over for you. Juicing is a great way to detoxify the body, according to Dr. Cabot. Because juices stimulate the bowels, liver and kidney, the elimination of toxic chemicals and waste products is increased. Juices can also help you trim down and stay trim. Even by just adding them to your existing diet, you can turn your liver from a greasy, fat-storing organ to an organ that burns fat. Juices naturally quench your appetite, so you end up eating less without noticing it. And the extra energy will have you wanting to get out and about and do more things, like exercise perhaps. A glass of fresh juice is a powerhouse of natural antibiotics, antioxidants, natural anti-inflammatories, minerals, vitamins, and an endless list of fabulous phytochemicals. Dr. Cabot has devised recipes for arthritis, cellulite, hemorrhoids and hangovers, insomnia, menopause, diabetes and depression. There is no ailment that cannot benefit from the judicious use of juice. The warm rays of the summer sun are a welcome change to the dreary winter. But too much sunshine can lead to sunburn and worse, skin cancer. Well, now you may be able to take a guilt-free walk on the beach. Microscopic nanotechnology is about to become the latest in beach fashion. The Nanotechnology Center in Hong Kong has recently spent $6.4 million developing UV absorbers for fabric. This is the kind of technology you can throw into the washing machine, unlike your mobile phone. And the tiny micro-robots will have no adverse effect on your skin as you wear them. The fabric provides protection against cancer and cataract-causing UVB rays. The fabric will be 20 times more efficient at blocking these rays than normal fabric. The fabric is first dipped into a solution, then flattened out with rollers. It's then dried for 3 minutes in 85-degree heat. Then it's exposed to 123-degree heat to fix the UV absorber. The new technology is very cost-effective. It costs a mere 13 US cents to treat a whole suit, and the quality of the fabric won't be compromised. But scientists still have some persuading to do. Beach loafers don't want to wear UV-blocking fabric in case it impedes the tanning process.
I don't really see the need. If you're wearing clothes, I would assume that you'd be protected.
For those of us wary of the sting of the sun, however, the fabric is welcome protection. Lisa has a bad case of the midwinter blues. Icy temperatures and blustery winds have left her with a throat infection, slow circulation and low energy levels. Perhaps a healing with Reiki master Angela Rollins will leave her energy and throat feeling crystal clear. Inspired by Buddhist healers who use brass bowls and chanting to cure people of all sorts of maladies, Angela also uses sound to heal her patients. Pure quartz crystal bowls are struck in progression. Sometimes a sustained note is accomplished by running the stick around the rim of the bowl as it's held over a particular part of the recipient's body. Each bowl resonates at a different note, and this is crucial to Angela's healing method. She's working on balancing the energy centers of the body, called chakras. According to Eastern traditions, each chakra is associated with a specific color and also responds to a different musical note. As a bowl is struck over Lisa's heart chakra, Angela instructs her to breathe in the green vibrations. This is the color associated with this particular energy center. Lisa slips deeper and deeper into relaxation. She feels as though her body has taken on the form of rippling water. Usually, Lisa feels cold when she lies down for a healing because she suffers from low blood pressure. But the vibrations from the bowls are quite invigorating and she feels warm. All of a sudden, Lisa feels as though her awareness has moved out of her body and is watching from the center of the room. Angela has sensed that something is amiss around Lisa's ear area and concentrates on the chakras associated with this part of the anatomy. She also employs a rock quartz crystal to clear the congested energy. Quartz crystal bowls are a fairly new addition to the healing arts. Ironically, these crystal bowls were initially designed by the computer manufacturing industry to make parts for machines. Musicians were the first to discover the magnificent sound these finely hewn objects release when gently tapped. A crystal bowl's pitch cannot be preempted by the manufacturer. What will be, will be. Each bowl is tested for its note upon completion and assigned an appropriate chakra. A bowl resonating to the note of C will be assigned to the root chakra, those emanating D to the sacral chakra. Moving further up the body, bowls singing in E are good for the solar plexus chakra, your center of self-confidence and inner power. F will open up the heart chakra. The throat chakra likes the note of G. Bowls that sing in A can stimulate your brow chakra, and your crown likes the top note of B. Only the most flawless bowls are used in the healing arts. People come from miles around to receive healings in Angela's house, and she also packs up her delicate bowls and takes them around to schools to educate children on the nature of their subtle etheric bodies. A crystal bowl healing should be administered by a practitioner well versed in the knowledge of the energy centers of the body and how these relate to the physiology. Of course, crystal bowl healing is best used as a complement to orthodox medicine if the illness is a serious one. As we grow older, wear and tear on the lower back and hips can produce incredible pain, known as sciatica. The sciatic nerve runs from the lower back down the back of each leg and if this nerve is pinched or aggravated, the sharp shooting pain of sciatica may result. In severe cases of sciatica, surgery may be the only option, but if you're suffering from medium to mild or intermittent sciatica, you may be able to avoid the scalpel. Consider a Feldenkrais class. This is a body awareness technique that retrains your brain to help you move your body in an easier manner. A series of one-on-one sessions with a Feldenkrais therapist may lessen the pain and broaden your mobility options too. Rolfing is a full-body structural integration technique which may greatly improve the condition. The Rolfist will endeavour to let the force of gravity move more readily through your body by eliminating the resistance you've built up against it over a lifetime of sitting in poor office chairs and holding yourself incorrectly as you walk. You'll notice a difference after one session. Our resident yoga expert Dominique is full of great tips for those suffering from this debilitating condition. First, from a seated position with the legs out in front of you, bend the left leg and bring the left foot over to the right side of the right leg. Extend the right arm and wrap it around the left shin until you feel a gentle stretch in the outer hip area. Place the left hand either on the floor or on your back behind you. Make sure you're not slouching forward. Inhale and lengthen the spine. Exhale to gently rotate the spine, chest and shoulders to the left. Close your eyes and breathe smoothly. Hold here for up to 1 minute and then inhale to lengthen the spine again. Exhale to gently release. Repeat twice on each side. Next, lie prostrate on your back with your legs straight out and your arms at your side. Inhale and bring your right knee to your chest, hugging the knee towards you using the strength of your arms. Hold here for up to 1 minute, feeling the gentle pressure behind the right hip. Release and repeat on the other side. Now try both knees together and hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Roll the knees in a circular motion from left to right. The final posture is the most powerful one for sciatica, but please ensure that you follow the whole program first to ensure that you're warm and open for this last one. First, come to all fours, bring your right knee in between your hands and gently walk the right foot away from the thigh, increasing the angle between the calf muscle and the thigh. Square the hips, ensuring they are evenly placed in relation to one another. Inhale and exhale to slowly stretch the left leg straight back behind you, just as far as you can, and keep the kneecap facing the floor. Bring your hands close to your hips to help support the weight of your torso, or use 2 blocks or bricks on either side of the hips to act as extensions of the arms. Stay here, or even better if possible, bend forward at the hips and lower the torso forward. You can rest the head in the hands with the elbows bent, or come down lower if you can. Be mindful of not overstretching the knees. Hold this position for 10 breaths, or more if you can. Don't let the breath catch or become shallow if you are challenged, but rather focus on smoothing the breath, feeling the buttocks and lower back opening and releasing with each exhalation. To release, gently come back to all fours and repeat on the other side. Once you've completed the sequence, sit the hips back to the heels in child's pose and relax for a few minutes, smoothing and deepening the breath. Enjoy the space you've created in the lower back, buttocks and hips. With yoga, Rolfing and Feldenkrais to choose from, sciatica sufferers have a good chance of walking pain-free again. Hot flushes, headaches, irregular periods and severe cramping. Could you be going through change of life? The final step in the female reproductive cycle called menopause, that sees the end of the production of estrogen from the ovaries. A few years ago, the catch cry of women going through menopause was hormone replacement therapy, or HRT. But now, Western women are turning to the East for a natural remedy. Menopause hits women around the age of 50 in the West. In recent years, women in this age group taking synthetic estrogen-based hormone replacement therapy have experienced higher incidence of breast cancer, blood clots, heart attacks, and other severe side effects. A hospital in London is aware that women want something a little gentler to help them cope with this emotionally tumultuous period in their lives. They're conducting research into phytoestrogens, or plant estrogens. Red clover is one such plant that harbours stores of this valuable hormone. The plant has been used in European, Asian, and Native American Indian herbal medicine for years to balance estrogen levels. Interestingly, women in the East rarely suffer from menopausal symptoms because they include lots of phytoestrogen in their daily diets. Soybeans are a rich source of this plant chemical. Doctors will test the effects of red clover in 70 patients aged between 40 and 65 in a strict one-year trial, with patients not knowing whether or not they're taking the real thing or a placebo. Red clover is also used in traditional medicine to remedy bronchial and whooping cough and other respiratory tract complaints. Preliminary studies have shown that it may be able to stem tumour growth and may be particularly valuable in breast and skin cancer treatment. Red clover can be bought from most health food stores and enjoyed as a refreshing tea. Only the flower tops are used medicinally. If you're a female heading towards midlife, perhaps a cup or two of red clover tea per day will make the transition smooth and stress-free. Join us again on Mind, Body and Soul as we discover more paths to health and happiness. But for now, Dominique gives us some food for thought.
Ask yourself right now, what aspects of your life are stuck? What aspects of your existence, be it physical, mental, emotional, financial, anything, need some forward momentum and some change? Once you've got that, consider for a moment the universal law that consciousness is a catalyst, and whatever you focus your attention on begins to grow and shift and change. Instead of allowing yourself to feel victimized and stuck and to shrug your shoulders, throw your hands up in the air, take the situation in hand, have a look at what needs to change, and begin to take those steps toward it. Just by focusing your attention on how you would like things to be, just by visualizing, imagining in great detail how you would like things to move, imagining things in great detail, really see in your mind's eye exactly how you'd like it to be, and things will start on a subtle energetic level moving toward that direction.